You mentioned that some NATO partners could add a lot of value by focusing on niche capabilities. Can you give a few examples of what that might be or look like?
Well, let me give you an example. In Poland, we've been reforming our defense system. Our government finally abolished the draft, and we now have a 100,000 men purely professional army. But actually the most controversial changes that we've made are in the Navy. We have cancelled plans to spend a lot of money to upgrade 2 frigates and a plan to build a corvette. And instead, we are developing a purely Baltic-sized Navy as a recognition that Poland can't do everything, that we are not and never will be a major naval power. You have the 16, or whatever it is right now, aircraft carriers. A couple of countries have aircraft carriers in Europe, and we cannot compete with that. This year, for the first time, 48 F-16s that we have purchased from the United States are fully operational. They are exercising right now in Alaska. So that if we want to help in an expeditionary operation, we have something to deploy, the most modern F-16s in Europe. But as far as the naval powers is concerned, we have gone to a more defensive posture. We've set up an ultra-modern, actually, anti-ship land system so that nobody will be able to land troops on the Polish coast. And as you may imagine, the Navy is not happy to have to operate a land-based system. But in the overall Polish defense strategy, I think it makes sense. And so it is for others. So, I imagine the British will want to contribute the Navy gaps because they are traditionally good at that. We have contributed and we think it's our area of excellence, our special forces, for example, and so on. So that because Europe spends between 1/3 and half of what the United States spends on defense. The combined, if we were a country, European Union, we would be spending on defense more than China, India, and Russia put together. So we should be a military superpower. And the reason we are not is because there's so much duplication.